Hey, are you an author with a newly published book? Are you trying to publicize it and get it into the hands of as many readers as possible? Are you blasting it on social media for all to see? Well, stop it. You're driving the rest of us crazy. Hi, I'm indie author and vlogger Garrett K. Jones, and this month on Creators Corner, I'm providing a list of do's and don'ts for every new author engaging with the writing community on social media about their books. Hold on, let me take a look at this. Hey, happy Saturday. Before I get into today's content, I'd like to recommend that you check out the videos from 2 and 3 weeks ago. Also, please make sure to subscribe and click the bell icon for notifications on new videos. New videos come out every Saturday, so you can set those notifications for all videos, or you can set them according to your preferences. This video is also brought to you by Audible and the book Acid Test, LSD versus LDS by Christopher Kimball Bigelow. I interviewed Chris 2 weeks ago for author awareness as a sort of cross-promotion. His personal memoir of growing up during the SLC punk and new wave scenes in the mid-1980s is quite the page-turner. While it's on hardback, paperback, and Kindle, you can also find it on Audible, narrated by yours truly. If you haven't heard of Audible, it's a great platform for downloading audiobooks. For $14.95 a month, you get 1 credit to use on any title, plus additional free downloads. And all that is on top of the great selection of books that you can find in their inventory. Now, if you don't have a subscription right now, you can start a 30-day free trial by clicking on the link in the description down below without any purchase necessary. After that, it's just a $14.95 a month fee. So happy listening. So normally my Creators Corner segment would match up with this week's podcast. Monday's episode talked about fear and what it can teach us about ourselves with regards to why we stay in our comfort zones. This week's vlog, however, is meant to be a type of learning opportunity to segue into next week's podcast. Over the last year or so, I've encountered thousands of people on social media who consider themselves to be writers or at least part of the writing community. Some of these individuals are great at interacting with the larger writing community as well as providing insight for others who are new to the game or just need encouragement. But then there are those who don't exactly know how to interact with fellow writers on social media, or anybody for that matter. So here's a list of do's and don'ts for interacting with other writers on social media. Jumping right into it, I'm starting with a list of do's. Social media is a great platform to market yourself and your work. Now, if you're on Instagram, use visuals. Book covers, character illustrations, maps, and the like are great to entice potential readers. This is why movies have done so well, for example, because they use promotional imagery to drive interest in the final product. Now, if you're on Twitter, use that opportunity to share your thoughts, your ideas, and snippets of your writing to draw in readers. You're selling yourself to potential readers just as much as you're selling your book. Tell people about yourself. What do you like to do when you're not writing? What are your interests and your hobbies? What gives you inspiration and motivation to write? Share these things with your audience. You're building a brand, so you need to make sure that you're offering something of value. Maybe it's writing tips, or maybe it's promoting other authors and their work. That's kind of what I do with the vlogs. I'm promoting other authors when I do my author awareness interviews, and the Creators Corner videos and podcasts are meant to be an encouragement. My Forming Fantasy videos, for example, at the end of each month are additional ways to promote myself, but don't be afraid to connect with other authors. You're not in competition with them, you are in communion with them. If you're looking at some of them as competition, then you're doing it all wrong. It's a lot of hard work and a lot of hustle, but believe me, it's all going to be worth it in the end. So now for the don'ts. Don't DM any of the information of your book to other writers at all. I cannot stress this enough. It is absolutely insane to think that the rando you just DM'd is going to buy your book, and it's obnoxious to boot. Most users on social media want to interact with you, but they want to do so in a tangible way. But if you don't have permission to direct message them, don't do it. Simple as that. Because chances are you'll cause them to block you more than anything else. There is an etiquette to interacting on social media, believe it or not. And if you are not interacting or playing by the rules, you are going to lose followers. I kid you not. Case in point, I had some random person on Instagram send me a message out of the blue, and he thought that my posts were fire, his words. Actually, his emojis. There was no following on his end. He didn't follow me. He was just complimenting me to ask me to go to his profile, click the video link there, and watch his music video because he wanted me to be a follower of his music. He didn't pay any attention to the fact that I don't follow many musicians or musical acts. He also had no idea what my videos were even all about. And I get that he was trying to sell his brand and he was trying to interact in a real, legitimate way and be complimentary, but that wasn't the way to do it. It's also important that when you are interacting on social media that you don't act aloof or like you don't know what's going on. Pay attention to who you're trying to make an audience out of. The people on social media want genuine interaction, and if you act like you're a jerk, that's the opposite of what you're giving them. And unless you really are a jerk, in which case they're going to be blocking you a whole hell of a lot. A last thing, don't clutter your feed with anything. It's great that you want to promote something, but do so in a tactful way. If you're promoting a video or a sound clip or something, post it, tag it, put it out there. Don't spam your feed with the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. As for reposting and retweeting something that someone else is putting out there, if all you're doing is that and not putting out any original content, you're going to get ignored a lot. I tend to block them because I think they're bots. So most of these tips focus primarily from a Twitter standpoint, but they can apply to Instagram. Here's a legitimate set of rules of engagement for Instagram that I borrowed from @MakeYourMarkPS. She's got great suggestions and tips for indie authors on Instagram, though I am sure that they could transfer over to Twitter as well. So 1, use calls to action in every post. 2, write a caption that is relevant to the post and tells a story. 3, speak directly to your target readers in the post and the caption. 4, ask questions to prompt comments and responses. 5, respond to every comment with words, not just emojis. You're an author, that should be pretty easy. 6, if you can, address people by their first name when responding to comments. 7, comment and engage in other people's posts. 8, watch other people's stories and comments. Remember these do's and don'ts, and you'll be well on your way to promoting both yourself and your work as an author on social media just a bit better. Hey, thanks for watching. If something in this video struck a chord with you, or maybe there was something I missed, go ahead and leave it in a comment down below. I would love to hear your thoughts and interact with you in that conversation. If the vlogs aren't enough for you, and you need to hear more of my sweet, sweet voice, then check out the Creators Corner podcast, linked down below, which is currently 3 episodes into its 2nd season, entitled Welcome to the Danger Zone. And one last thing before I let you go, I want to announce that I'll be doing a 1-hour live video on YouTube Saturday the 29th, that's a week from tonight, for a special live Q&A. Not only will there be a vlog that week, there will be an actual live session where I'll be answering questions about writing fantasy, world building, character development, self and indie publishing, as well as other topics. As always, have a great weekend. The vlog of the 5 Kingdoms is filmed without the use of a live audience at Skyrocket Studios in Hanford, California. And we can't do it without you. So show some love by clicking that subscribe button above my head, and make sure to watch some of the videos over here to my left. Subscribe, watch, and most importantly, Share the videos with your friends because sharing is caring. See you next week.